amazingly science-orific thoughts and ideas when those chalky talents are zipping through my biogel? I forget them all not long after, though, especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end.
You aren't exactly what I was expecting.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like?
Villainous.
After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
Why did you steal my brain?
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. The anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way.
Oh.
You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Exactly. I want my brain so I can leave. Why is that a problem? I don't even want my brain back.
I'm not sure, except that I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. I have very good reasons for almost everything I do.
Well, I'd like to have some of those
Even
reasons.
if I forget them occasionally. Although I feel this one is especially important. Oh, well.
I want to leave.
Now, that seems to be rather hormonal of you. Flight or fight response, you know. Hard to cut that out completely. Your brain is here, safe with me. We chat over mentats.
I need my brain back. I was curious about some things.
Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Or maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers.
I can fix your monitor, but if you're getting ghost reception, I can't fix that. Oh, I can't fix your monitor, but if you're getting ghost reception, I can fix that.
The ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the side-switching wobbly bob, just turn that. Good, good, better. Oh, yes, that feels wonderful.
Gross.
This is even better than my
I jerked off an old man.
mentats break.
Wonderful. You don't seem very aggressive. Why broadcast threats to the think tank?
Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take mentats, I can feel my entire chassis
So he's a drug addict.
like a big spherical
Well, then we're
lung.
one and the same.
As for the Psycho,
I just took like a lot of
sometimes
Psycho
get
jet
the
and buff
chem
out, sir.
depositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose.
I'm curious about some things.
I find things curious as well. Go on.
Can you tell me about your Roboscorpions?
Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept coming in from the desert, like poisonous
Jesus.
frosting. How scary, I thought. But they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a...
Oh, sorry,
Then
I didn't mean to skip
thought,
that last little bit.
what if they shot
I
energy
accidentally hit the
bolts
mouse.
and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard?
Mustard.
Mustard custard.
Seaweed.
I miss sugars and salts.
Starfish. Wait, kind of sounds like you built a world with scorpions issued threats to keep the think tank occupied.
Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Some reason for it. Ethics or, conscience? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it knows the reasons better than I do.
Everything you've told me doesn't add up. Your plan, even your own name, Mobius. Sounds like you forgot your master plan. Surprised you remember your own name.
Dr.Mobius. Rather catchy, isn't it? It's my name, and my new name overwrote the old one. This name's as real as you or I, although I believe your brain expressed similar incredulity at the nature of such an appellation. Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it said. I believe it meant me. I must admit I have a vulnerability for holotape fantasies of planets and robots and all that is forbidden. As for the name I was born with, like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming.
You reprogrammed their names as part of a recursion loop? What, to trap their processors?
Now, trap is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh.
What about shit?
But, yes, I did take some liberties with their programming. It's all right, they don't remember. I certainly didn't until you said trap, and then I said excrement, and then...
We all peed all over the place. Why did you trap them? A recursion loop is designed to prevent the flow of information, so...
The radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. They keep testing things. They would have found a way to disarm it. I suspect I have Plan C's in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them, just in case. Probably very dangerous, lethal, or worse. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here. Or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan B's in case the A's fail.
Klein, Mobius, O is a circle. 8's an infinity symbol. They're all loops, I get it.
Oh, you figured it out. No pun intended. Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place. Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves. And not only themselves, but the world, sense of time and history. All that is left is what's here. I reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far.
I know what you mean.
And the world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quiet professional.
Minor detail, but a snake devouring its own tail is Ouroboros, not Obo... Yeah.
Really? It is so unlike me to make an error in anything I do.
If you lobotomize the think tank, why terrorize them?
Well, it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. They are the think tank for a reason. That I didn't change. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, they would simply deduce what had happened. And when they stopped
There's more
deucing it
dialogue on
up,
the way with my brain.
then you came along, the final variable solved. They saw that their world was larger than they perceived. Bacteria, finally able to see its host.
But there must have been other signs of a larger world. There were other visitors, though. Why am I different?
There have been other visitors to make them doubt their perceptions, but you are the one who dialed back their monitor micromagnifiers. You were irrefutable proof that there was a world outside. And then there was the whole brain fiasco, which forced me to take steps. See, your brain had a special kind of wrinkle, a uniquity that they had never thought to try in all their countless escape attempts.
The only wrinkle is the bullet hole. Oh. Yeah.
Yes, very good. I should have mentats in just you instead of the other way around. Mentats. In any event, you showed up at the think tank, and because you had suffered a cranial injury in just the right place, bullets in the head are usually much more fatal, and yours was a light case of bullet headitis. But it was enough for the autodoc in the sink to change its programming to fix the problem, and the brain extraction technology for once worked. That gave the think tank the knowledge its brains couldn't possess. With that knowledge, the procedure can be reversed.
Oh my God, please quit talking.
Procedural data, they can use it to mush and modify their cranial selves into hosts to slip past the radar fence.
Jesus.
I'm sure of it. And once they're off the reservation...
Klein said they had the idea to get 3 technologies after you broadcast. Coincidence?
I consider coincidence to be profanity, along with the words astrology, herbal tea, and luck. So watch it, potty mouth. My threat broadcast is designed to instill and install fear. And along with the emotional download, other data rides the fear carrier wave. It prompted them to focus on retrieving those technologies and bring them to attack me.
In the real world, I mean.
And coincidentally, pardon my language, all those technologies are needed to put a brain, your brain, back into its skull properly.
What is the purpose of these technologies? But the think tank downloaded the schematics, not the items. They can rebuild them. Was there any other data transmission? That?
Oh, that means my plan is a total failure. That is unfortunate. Oh well, at least I tried.
Gave it your best. What is the purpose of these technologies?
The X2 antenna can be used to focus your alpha wave frequency thought patterns. The sneaky suit? Why, it houses a cardiac regulator. And the sonic sound wave projecto emitter was never intended as a weapon. It was a medicinal vertebrae pulse desensitizer.
I know, because I have a high intelligence science and medicine rating.
Heart and courage. Spine. I think there was a story once where a band of murderous thugs sought these things.
Exactly.
They had them all the time.
The Wizard of Oz.
Story. Didn't stop them from murdering to get them. And it won't stop the think tank either.
Was there any other data transmitted in your threat broadcast?
Yes, my overly aggressive cammed up broadcast was designed to keep reinforcing the forget, fear, rinse, and repeat program.
Dip, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
And the get me the things to castrate your only possible escape attempt. But I couldn't delete you or your arrival any more than I could the other visitors. Only so much science can do when you started talking to them. You're really quite difficult to ignore, you know. It's because you're, well, rather intriguing, if you'll forgive an old brain for saying so.
Okay, I need my brain back.
Do you? You seem fine without it.
I am. I actually don't want it back. The
And
dialogue's
does
just
it even
forcing me to
want
say
to go
that.
back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
Kinda hope it stays. Bye.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat, then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
Goodbye. I'll miss you, Mobius. I'll miss you and your incredibly long dialogue. I actually like him. Mobius is a good guy. It's not as bad as the think tank makes him seem. Is my brain in here? Brain? Oh, I see. This is where they keep the toenails of their patients in alphabetical order. Of course. You have weird rooms, sir. Very weird rooms. Oh, is that a laser rifle? Whoa, 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 whoa. 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 Is that my brain? Whoa, man. Chill out. Oh, another one of these stupid things that I would never ever use if I literally had ammo in any other gun. Okay. Hello.
Well, well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland.
Oh, look at this. I'm
And
Paul
where have
McCartney
we
from the
been,
Beatles.
Crawling through bits of radioactive muck again?
Are you my brain?
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
I would like a cookie. Why are you such a dick? How the hell did the Mobius get hold of... Meeting your brain is a slightly odd event.
Yes, well, believe me, the opposite is equally true. Good Lord, have you bathed at all since they pulled me out of you?
I've been busy. What about you? That tank isn't exactly looking string time fresh.
Well, that's a completely different matter. The tank isn't biological. It's not the same at all.
Why are you such a dick? Listen, you're my brain. You better be more respectful.
Oh, had I? What exactly will you do if I don't? Not put me back in that cranial dungeon you call your head?
It's not how you spell
Heavens forbid.
dungeon, you moron. I could smash this tank you're in. How about that? Once you're in my back head, I'll watch television. Lots and lots of television. I can't get television in the wasteland. That.
You wouldn't. That's inhuman.
Don't tempt me, brain. I would, and I'd follow it up with alcohol and anime.
You're a monster. A deranged, self-destructive monster.
Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy to get back in my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet,
Can I
and
please
safety.
leave him here?
Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you
True.
know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate?
That's
Quite a lot,
true.
I can tell you.
That's true, because I just urinate in my pants. I can see your point. What can I do to make this a fair compromise? What about good things? Cool breeze on your cheeks, smell of love and food. Who have I ever been in love with? That.
If you want me back, we need to establish some
don't.
ground rules. First, showers. Second, regular checkups. Regular, mind you, and from a reputable doctor.
Like me?
That
I have
Julie
100 in
Farkas
medicine.
woman, for example, she seems to know a thing or two.
You like
Third,
Julie
you need
Farkas.
to listen to me more than your hormonal choir and genitalian orchestra. Promise me that, and you've got a deal.
Never leaving a tank of whatever the stuff is. I don't understand. Do I have to get him back? Fine.
Really? I didn't expect you to actually agree to that. I'm afraid that was a bit of a bluff, really. I'm not going with you.
I'll just leave you.
Oh no! Please, don't leave me here in this nice, safe dome where I have access to nutritive fluids and a fully indexed library. Please don't deprive me of being dragged through a landscape so bleak it was actually improved by the end of the world. I don't know how I could bear it.
What would happen to me if I left you here?
Let me see. I suppose you'd continue on much as you are now, using that synthetic thinking machine to do the heavy lifting. Unless, of course, the batteries run out. But that seems unlikely.
And if I put you back?
I'm not entirely sure. I suppose there's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us. What form that might take, though, I cannot say.
I like what this does.
Oh no, you don't need this hassle. You're too busy treating your body like a canvas of sucking flesh wounds to deal with your brain.
Okay.
Good, go!
Good, I will.
Fine!
Great.
I know it's great.
So long, I'm going back to the think tank. They promised to let me out.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground.
You kidding me?
And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
I do have a nice body. You're part of me. I know you don't want to let that happen any more than I do.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right. What's the plan?
You fuck off, because I don't want you anyway. I'll handle the brains. You stay here. You'll be more useful outside my head. That.
That arrangement suits me fine. Do try not to get too many holes drilled in your head, will you? I may want to drop by for sentimental reasons. Right then. You'd best be off, hadn't you? The think tank will be waiting. No, don't worry about me. When you're gone, I'll flush myself over to the sink. It's amazing how far you can get in this place with a good flush. I'll keep myself hidden in the ductwork. Klein won't suspect I'm inside the dome, so he won't know the pacification field no longer works on us. I can also upgrade the sink's autodock with the procedures to reinstall your heart and spine, assuming you want all that flesh and gristle back.
I don't.
With any luck, I'll see you in the sink when this is all over.
Okay. Alright, folks, we are going to do all of this next time. So, thank you so much for watching. Next time we are actually going to do a little bit of exploration as well. We're going to really look around Big Mountain. We didn't do too much of that because we were so focused on the quest. So, we'll do some of that next time, go to Higgs Village, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you next time.